Welcome to JonesyCast. I'm Jonesy and this is the cast. Basically what I do is videos in response to Reddit posts. Like and subscribe if you would like to subscribe. Spread my channel if you like what you see. All right, pretty much we're going for Bat-Winged Beach 6 minutes ago. I don't want to end my relationship, but I'm afraid it's the only way to be mentally healthy. Okay. So if I was in your position, I would end it. I would end it. But I'm going to take you through why I say that. What you're looking for is meaningful connection with a man who is also looking for meaningful connection with you. All right. You want a man who treats you special, who sees something special in you. Like there's something individual about you that he values, and it's not just about women in general, but it's about you. Now, every relationship becomes stale in a sense, and then both parties have to work to freshen it up. Now you've been together for 8 years and you've been engaged for 3.5. Why have you been engaged for 3.5? I mean, it seems like someone, namely him, either doesn't want to or doesn't see any urgency in putting a ring on it. And I don't mean the engagement ring. I mean the wedding ring. So he proposed to you the day after you found out he was looking at girls' bikini pictures from 2015. This to me smells of, you know how people are about to break up and then they just decide to have a baby because that'll fix everything, not understanding that babies ruin sex, right? That's what this smells like. Like he's just engaged, right? He's just grabbing for stuff. And then he found that. Your knee-jerk reaction was to say no. I would have gone with that, but here we are. You love him, so you said yes. And that, look, a lot of women struggle with what you're struggling with simply because they emotion through life. They don't think through life. And it isn't to say that they can't. Women obviously can think through life. It's just not their default position when they're dealing with things of an emotional or relational nature, right? And look, he's done it as well. He's had a knee-jerk reaction to you finding him looking at softcore porn, and he's emoted. He hasn't thought about the situation. I was excited to start wedding planning or showing Pinterest boards I made. He seemed disinterested, which made me not want to plan anymore. Well, I mean, I can understand that. About 2 weeks after that, he texted me while he was at work saying he's not happy with his life and doesn't know what to change about it. He just wants to break up. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm 28 female. He's 20 male. So you got together when you were 20. This seems like a recipe for confusion. Now, confusion is able to be worked through, but it does take both parties. And it does take a willingness to just wade through the mud and shit that is in all of us, right? So the problem you've got is that relationships take hard work and they take homework. So you need to find out about you. He needs to find out about him independently. And then you two need to find out about each other and yourselves together, right? So I was 32 when I met my missus, and I'd already done that homework. I knew what I wanted and I knew who I was. So my missus found someone that was willing to grow with her, but he was also, I was very stable in who I already am. I know who I am and I know what I want, right? Now that doesn't mean we don't have problems, but what it does mean is that when we have problems, they're not relationship killers. I was flawed, and I knew I wasn't about to get broken up with over text message. Yeah, that would suck. So I didn't answer. When he got home, he said, "I'm fine. I don't want to break up." We barely talked about it after. So, there have been a few random times where I'd be petting a dog and we'd be sitting in the car and he would break down crying and we wouldn't talk. I mean, it looks like he needs to sort himself out. And that can't really be done with you. I mean, my girlfriend wants me to cry around her because I just don't cry. I mean, I cry a lot, but I'm usually by myself thinking about my mother who's passed away. You know, I don't just give emotion to her. So if he needs mental health care. Like, he needs to just fucking relax and take a breath and go talk to someone, and not just his dickhead mates if he has dickhead mates. Like, he really needs an older man and an older woman in his life to be able to talk to. So he said a lot of hurtful things to me in the past, which I've internalized, and my brain loves to play those things on a loop. I mean, man, you're not alone in that. You're not alone at all in that. That's just, women deal with that, men deal with that, everyone deals with that. So what I would, hold on, he bought me flowers and apologized. There we go, it is. You had a fight for an hour. The next day he bought me flowers and apologized, saying he knew he wanted to be with me and he knew he would take a while for me to trust him again and he would be patient with me. Okay. So what's happening here is he's in a certain level of relationship. It looks like he subconsciously enjoys catastrophe. So he's in a relationship and it's this level, and then it goes down and it gets to this level, and then because it gets to this level, he knows he needs to fucking work it again. So then he goes back up to this level. It never gets to this level where you want it, right? It's sort of like some people are really good at saving and some people are really good at just getting by and paying their debts, right? So you don't want a man who's just good at paying the love debt. You want a man who's good at saving the love, right? So in the relationship, when shit goes wrong, and it will, there's already a good amount of love that you both know is there from and for the other. Now it says here, wow, he took me out for the first time since 2019. Okay. What was the other thing? I think you went on a break. Anytime a relationship goes on a break, it's going to break up. I mean, that's the general rule. Now, there are exceptions, but those exceptions are very far and few between. What a break is like drinking Diet Coke. You want to drink Coke, but you don't want to get diabetes. Like, in my opinion, you should just get diabetes. Like, not really, but just break up with him. Because this isn't going to change unless he has a watershed moment, a come to Jesus moment, and that moment is you breaking up with him. If you never leave, why should he change his behavior? You know, he's just going to go from this level, this level to down, to up to down, to up to down, never up like this, right? Now, I could be wrong, but it's going to require something of him. He's going to have to check himself out. He's going to have to fix something about himself that at this point is clearly not operating. Now, it may be that he has depression. It may be that he has these mental health issues. First of all, actually, don't pay attention to all that leaving stuff I just said. Tell him to go see someone. He needs to work himself out. He needs to sort himself out about what's wrong with him. And then you two may need to go to counseling to sort out what he thinks is wrong with you two and what you think is wrong with you two, independently of each other, but together, right? And then after you've done that, if it's still not working, break up. Now, I say that because you're not married. Once you're married, you've made vows, and you have to be an adult. You have to work it out. And, you know, you should only probably ditch marriage if there becomes too much abuse or infidelity or something else catastrophic. But once you've put your big girl pants on and you've made a commitment to get married to this bloke, you need to fucking keep your word. And so does he. Right? So I wouldn't get into that. I certainly wouldn't marry him until he sorts his shit out. And I would be encouraging him to go seek mental health. I'm so afraid that breaking up would be the wrong decision. Look, in my experience, the wrong decision is better than indecision. It's better to go down one way that is the wrong road than to stay at the fork in the road wondering which way to go. Because what you're going to do is you will inevitably by default just go down the other road with him, thinking that there's a fork still in the road. You know, like it's just like the wrong decision is better than indecision. And I know if I broke up with him, it would probably be done for good. Yeah. No, it will. If you break up, it's done for good. I mean, this break that you've taken tells me that it's probably done for good, but that's up to you. So how do I know I'm making the right decision? Well, I would write down what you want in a relationship. And then I say this in all my videos. Write down what you want in a relationship, what you don't want. Write down what you want in a man, what you don't want. And write down what you want in yourself and what you don't want. With a pen on a page, not on your phone, with a pen on a page. And then it's concrete. Then anything that happens when the winds of change on any issue come into the relationship, as they do, you can look at that list and go, no, this is what I want. This is what I wanted. And either he matches it or he doesn't. Either your relationship matches it or it doesn't. So, I mean, look, you are worth having a deep and meaningful connection with someone, because it's nothing to sneeze at. You are looking at 30 to 40 years with someone. You're 28. It's too young to get into something that's going to ruin you. It's too young to get it. Like my dad said to me, if you are at the altar and you have any doubts and you don't really know if you should, then you walk away. You walk away. Because that's a decision to marry someone that has real consequences. And when you have kids, it has irretractable consequences. There's no coming back from a divorce when you have kids, right? So you don't want to be having these conversations in 15 years when your kids are, I don't know, 10, 14, whatever. You want to be having them now. So have a chat with him. Tell him he needs to get some mental health treatment. And then that you both do, if you want to, and if he wants to. And if he knocks it back, leave. If he's not willing to engage in fixing the relationship, just leave. Look, I hope this video has helped. I do feel for you. And good luck.